there's lots of bridges to inspect. You know, what are you guys looking for? What is going on, guys, and welcome to the ProfitDig Construction Show. My name is Chris Work. I'm here this evening with Jeff Spencer.
Hi, Chris.
Jeff Givens, and we have a special guest this evening who happens to be my brother, Corey Work. He is a certified bridge inspector, and you might have heard a thing or two about it. There's a lot of news around this particular subject this week. Aside from that major catastrophe, how is everyone? Okay, well, good.
Doing good. Appreciate y'all having me.
Good. Thanks for coming in, man. All right. Well, all right. Certified bridge inspector. You know, you're. I mean, obviously, you know, we live in a rural part of Tennessee. You know, there's lots of bridges to inspect. You know, what are you guys looking for because I know you're probably going out on a regular, but I'm sure there's a schedule.
There is. We have a routine schedule that we have to do.
And how frequent is that schedule?
24 months, unless there's you know, there are special occasions like you have cursory bridges. If there's like significant stuff wrong with the bridge, then they can be pushed up to a 12-month cursory, 6-month cursory, 3-month cursory.
So does cursory mean that it's on like a probational period?
It just means, you know.
Like, you've done something wrong, bridge. We need to check you out more frequently. Can we get a list
of those 3-month cursory before you leave?
Yeah.
Just in case I need to plug in an alternate.
I say 3 months. Honestly, I don't have any 3-month cursories. But
well, that's good.
It's a thing that can happen.
It can happen.
Sure, it can probably happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, it probably just takes a big boat hitting a pillar on a bridge, and you're like, you know what, we need to bump the schedule up here and check this guy out.
Yeah. Think about the only thing we have in this area is just drunk people on rafts, right?
And barges.
That's it.
Barges are decent sized boats. I mean, you know, they're not 100,000 tons like a shipping vessel, but
I bet when they load down with sand and stuff, I bet they're probably getting close.
I bet they're pushing it. Yeah. So I just totally cut you off, man. So okay, you know, you're going out. You know, I know you're walking it, crawling under it, checking everything. Like, what is the main component you're evaluating when looking?
Well, there's 3 main components of a bridge.
3, okay. Yep.
You have the deck, superstructure, which is the bottom, your beams, girders, bottom deck, and then you got the substructure, which is your abutment, piers, or bents, or both.
Abutment.
That's the end part of the bridge.
I got you.
Okay. And so you got them 3: deck, superstructure, and substructure. These are your 3 main components. That's the structural components of a bridge.
And so when you go out to perform an inspection, is it always the same things that you're inspecting each time? It's like you've got a checklist. It doesn't matter what kind of bridge it is. You're checking off these certain things, or does it depend on that particular type of bridge?
It pretty much is the same, you know. And every bridge, I mean, yeah, you're pretty much inspecting the same thing every time. You know, there can be occasions where, like say if a bridge has severe undermining or scour, you know, then you might just be going out there to mainly inspect the scour to see if it's progressed or regressed.
Could you explain what a scour is?
I no idea. Well,
you say undermining? Undermining.
Yeah.
Undermining and scour. Give us a quick definition.
Yeah, like scour, like the movement of like stream bed.
Okay, so silt, rocks, sand, whatever.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. And undermining is if it's coming under the bridge. You know, if you can stick a rod under you know, a footing or something, that's not good. That's scour. You know,
Okay.
you want it there to be no scour. You know, of course, but
Sure.
But just keeping the substructure clear of debris
Right.
for the most part. Is that
exactly. You know, drift and that sort of thing. You don't want to drift on any substructure component like a pier or anything.
And what's a drift?
You know, like when like trees and up against.
Okay,
Oh,
so
like material
debris washed
washes
up.
out.
it's
Yeah.
literally drifted down the water.
I got you. Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, you know, I'm sure, you know, 'cause I think you've done this for 6 years, something like that. These are common terms for you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anytime,
Understand.
you know, when I hear something like drift, you know, I'm definitely thinking, what is that?
Yeah. Same. Yeah. Yeah. I need a little explanation there.
So
I
you're
wasn't
checking
clear on
for debris and movement in the substructure. That's one of the things that you're checking. What are some other
Yeah. So.
looking for?
You know what? We'll just talk about concrete. You know, concrete is going to crack. Concrete cracks. Yeah, that's natural. And so if you're inspecting, say, concrete deck or concrete beams, and you're looking at cracks, you want to monitor the cracks and report it and see if it progresses over time. You want to take, you know, dimensions of the crack, see if it gets bigger over time.
Does it ever not get bigger?
I mean,
It's gonna happen,
It's-
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Once it starts, I guess.
You
yeah.
really want to just see how rapidly it's progressing.
Right.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
exactly. You're gonna see how rapidly it progresses, and then, you know, once it gets so big, then it's time to repair that crack. You know, and which I'm not a repair guy, but you know, like if I'm reporting it, then I just say seal cracks, and they'll go in and either put some well, they either smear concrete over it, or they'll put some what am I trying to say here? Crack sealer.
Just depends on how big it is, right?
How big it is, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Preco or something,
Yeah.
like Quickset and
Yeah.
nitrate route.
I wonder though, like structurally, like how much that actually does. Like just putting a little Band-Aid concrete on the top of it.
It don't last long.
Yeah.
No, it don't last long.
I guess it's cheaper than building a new bridge, so you just keep doing that over and over again.
Like, like maybe it does something, right?
It does
it-
something.
It might last one cycle, then the next cycle will be calling it repairs failing.
And what's the cycle? Just your visit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, like on a crack on a beam, can you go in there and like plate it, like fish plate it? You know, like take like a metal plate, drill holes, bolt through your. Can like you say your crack, can you take a plate and do something like that to hold it together?
Well, like steel.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah.
Steel plate, yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. You
I've
can-
seen that done before. That's what I was asking.
Yeah. Go in there and splice it and attach iron to it, and
Yeah. That way, that kind of stops it from opening up. You know, kind of control.
Yeah, once you drill at the end of the crack there, it stops that crack from spreading,
Right.
and yeah.
And like a lot of people, and I may be wrong on this, but I don't think I am. A lot of people don't realize, like a bridge, it's not rigid. That bridge moves. That bridge,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
as it loads and stuff, it has to move.
Right.
If it didn't, it would collapse. Correct?
Collapse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things
Right.
that don't bend break, right?
Right. Yeah.
And that's why you have like expansion joints
Right.
on a bridge to allow the bridge to move, you know, and expand and contract with temperature fluctuation and that sort of thing.
And weight load. And, I know because I'm sure everybody's been on a bridge at some point, stuck in traffic, and when traffic starts moving, you feel
Still
it
move.
You sure
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
It makes me nervous.
Oh, there's one in Houston, man, scares the hell out of me. It goes up pretty high, you know, and you're sitting on there and you got 3 semis in front of you, 2 behind you, and you're thinking like, man, I hope this thing is structurally sound.
Now, what about like I know we've been talking about bridges, on piers, but what about top supported bridges, like, the arch bridges that has a support on top stood underneath?
Y'all deal with those?
We don't really have many like that, or I don't. Most of my stuff is, well, a lot of it is like box culverts, that sort of thing, concrete box culverts, and yeah, just we don't really have any truss bridges or through truss bridges like the bridge that got hit. The part that got hit was a through truss bridge. I don't really have any of those. Yeah. So I can't really comment on.
That's probably just our rural area.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, it is. It is. What we have around here is we don't really have anything built like that. So
you're checking for scour. You're checking the substructure, and then you're checking the concrete, which I guess is all different points in the structure, right? Not just the substructure,
right?
And then what else are you looking at?
And like we were talking about steel, so if say if it's steel I-beam or steel girders, checking for corrosion, and if there's any section loss, want to monitor that. And see how much of the flange is left or web even, and then you want to recommend to have it cleaned and painted to protect the steel.
Okay.
Because it does corrode if not. And cleaning is the big part of it, because I've seen several times where they just paint right over the corrosion.
Oh, that ain't doing right through. Go back. Yeah. That sounds like something I do at my house.
Wife says,
"You need to fix this." Like, I got it, honey.
Yeah. That's the old just put it in the closet. It's clean.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fellas, look, I appreciate it. We're gonna wrap this one up, but we got some more topics coming. So, Jeff, Court. Appreciate it, fellas.
Appreciate it.
Guys,
appreciate you having me.
Thanks for joining us. If you would, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're looking for a job costing and bidding solution, check us out at ProfitDig.com. We'll see you there.
See you guys.
See you.